Hi, my name is Rachelle Smith, entrepreneur, professional speaker, and author. Last time I highlighted the importance of confidence to your career. Interestingly enough, on December 6th, Kyle Wagner had this awesome article on 538.com where he talked about how LeBron James of the NBA continues to improve his game, and that was so inspiring. Just again, in all aspects of life, particularly in our career, we got to continue to learn, grow, and evolve, but that takes confidence. But folks, this time I wanted to talk about the importance of confidence in relationships, all types of relationships, even your interactions with strangers. I mean, there's either a lack of confidence or having confidence will negatively or positively will impact all of your interpersonal relations and interactions. And so I don't want that to happen. And so, folks, confidence is so important to all aspects of life. As you've learned over these past few episodes, and confidence is something I'll always come back to. But in this episode, I just wanted to talk about particularly the devastating effects a lack of confidence will have on your relationships. And perhaps you've been in some broken relationships, and you've been rejected, you've been abandoned, and you don't know why, or perhaps even that person had the clarity enough to tell you, had the clarity enough themselves to be able to explain to you what went wrong, what wasn't working. And there was something that happened years ago. I was here in Detroit, but I was in a professional development class. And so there was a lady in that particular class, and she had mentioned, and I think it really drives this point home that I want to make with this episode, but she shared this with the whole group, and I thought that took a lot of courage and a lot of confidence, but she shared with us, and she said, you know what? My husband left our 30-year marriage because of my low self-esteem. And it's amazing, all these years later, I still remember that. I still remember. And so, folks, this low self-esteem, insecurity, inadequacy, lack of confidence. You know, man, I don't want your wives. I don't want you to be in a similar, I don't want you to be at work or something like that. And you tell your best friend, you know, my wife left me, or my fiance broke off our engagement because she told me I was too insecure, or, you know, she got tired of having to validate me all the time, or I had low self-esteem. And because let me tell you, folks, okay, those negative feelings that you have about yourself, whether they manifest as insecurity, inferiority, inadequacy, just self-loathing, all of that is going to drive people away. I mean, I would love to sugarcoat this episode. I would love to just be all rosy and flowery, but I've got to tell you the truth. All right, it will drive people away from you. In the workplace, in your relationships, even strangers that you may rub the wrong way, and you're noticing a pattern, you're trying to figure out why. That insecurity, there's these negative emotions and feelings about yourself, is not good for your relationships. And when I talk about confidence, I'm talking about a healthy, balanced view and appreciation of yourselves. You know you've got strengths, you know you've got weaknesses. Again, not egotistical, not arrogant, not narcissistic, but a healthy, balanced view of yourself. Okay, and an appreciation. Like, no, you don't want to be someone else. No, you don't want someone else's life. No, you're happy with who you are. You're comfortable in your own skin. You don't need constant validation from other people. And let me tell you, folks, this is possible. Because if you would have told me back at Seoul American High School in Seoul, Korea, that I would have felt the way just to have a healthy self-esteem and inner confidence, there is no way you could have asked me when I was in high school over there, that today in 2017 in December in Novi-Michigan, that I would have this. All right, but it is possible, and that's why I wanted to inspire and yet challenge you to move forward, to grow in this area. Growing in confidence, I mean, it's only going to positive, particularly a healthy, balanced confidence, is only going to help your life and improve your life in so many ways, particularly your relationships. Because as I stated, that those negative emotions and feelings about yourself are going to drive people away. And I'm going to spend this episode highlighting something that I heard a number of years ago by Joyce Meyer. And Joyce Meyer, when I think about my own confidence and growing from being a people pleaser to being assertive and no nonsense, Joyce Meyer is definitely one of the most impactful people along my journey. You know, Joyce Meyer, John Hagee. I mean, there's a lot of different names that I could throw out there. But something I heard her say, and I actually own the CD. I bought the CD. I was so intrigued, but it went over my head when I first heard it. But now it was part of a series that she was teaching on how to succeed at being yourself. Okay, that was the very first, that was 2006. I bought that, And it was truly life-changing. That was really just the heart of my journey and transformation. But folks, something that she said in the actual audio teaching that I bought, in addition to the book, she pointed this out in the audio teaching, but not the book. So if you buy the book, you'll be disappointed, but I'm going to share what she shared on the audio CDs of it. But she said, this concept of not feeling good about yourself and low self-esteem and all of that, and how it requires other people to keep you fixed. She used to use that term a lot a few years ago, keeping so-and-so fixed, keeping me fixed. And what she meant by that was making another person build you up, pump you up, feel good about yourself, validate you, affirm you, all of this and that. Okay, now what I want to say personally, if you're a parent, it is your role and your responsibility and your duty to build your children up, to affirm them, love them, tell them they're special. But folks, once they get to be 18, once they get to be 21, they need to be able to affirm themselves. They need to be, they should have taken that baton and run with it. That's the beauty of my parents. Yes, they gave me all of that. They affirmed me. They told me I could do and be anything in life, and I was talented and smart and whatever, athletic. Yes, okay, but I'm not looking at them today to affirm me each and every day. Okay, it's my role and my responsibility to have grown up and to have matured and to have grown in confidence to where I'm not constantly looking at them or other people to validate me or tell me I'm special or tell me I'm wonderful. All right, and so folks, let me quote her, what she said on that audio series. She's talking about confidence, insecurity, all of that. So she said, if you're insecure, you don't like yourself, you won't be a good parent. And there was dead silence. And I've quoted this to groups. I've quoted this in one-on-one conversations with people. There's always dead silence when people hear this. Her audience was the same. You won't be a good parent. ... Silence. Because you'll be looking at your children to keep you fixed. Okay? Moments of silence again. If you're insecure and you don't like yourself, you won't have a good marriage. She was speaking from personal experience. You won't have a good marriage. Why? Because you'll always be looking at your spouse to keep you fixed all the time. Dead silence. Because there was a very profound truth in what she said. And I'm going to break this down for you, folks. I mean, and that is so true. That is so true. We can't go through life with an empty cup into our interactions with people and in our relationships with empty cups saying, fill me up every day. Fill me up. Fill me up. Fill me up. Boss, fill me up. Coworkers, fill me up. Stranger on the street, fill me up. Person at the grocery store, fill me up. Man working in the retail store, fill me up. Boyfriend, girlfriend, fill me up. Fiance, fill me up. Husband, wife, fill me up. No, I am a firm believer that we need to be so full, so emotionally full and healthy. We're not perfect, but we need to be walking around with full glasses. All right, at least 3/4 full. If it can't be a full glass, where that fullness is coming from within. Because folks, and she was so right, people get tired unless the other person that you're in a relationship with or working with or working for, or it's your boss that you're dealing with the situation, they're going to get tired. Unless they're desperate for either work or a job or a relationship and they don't have any other options or anywhere to go, then they'll sit there and continue to pump you up and validate you and affirm you every day. But people with options, they're going to be out of there. The relationship's going to be over. All right, because we are human beings. We're imperfect. We're flawed. We get tired. And so this notion of having to deal with somebody every day, and I'm speaking straight to the soul of a number of you right now in this episode. This is at the heart of relational problems. This is the heart of a lot of professional problems. You can't go into work expecting your boss to be the father that you never had, to tell you that you're perfect, to tell you that you could do everything right, to tell you that you're wonderful and special and just so talented. Do not put that boss in that position every day. Boss, take it to the reverse. Don't make your subordinates, your employees, pump you up every day. Yes, do you want to be appreciated? Do you want to be affirmed? Absolutely. Hopefully that will come. But do not put that expectation on your people to build you up day in and day out. And when they don't, you will be deflated and devastated. In any type of relationship, any type of romantic relationship, do not put that other person in that position, or be prepared, unless they're desperate or have no options, be prepared for them to leave you. because we're human. We're going to get tired. And I can tell you this from personal experience. I've been one, because I do have the gift of encouragement and building people up. I have been on the receiving end of this a lot. All right, but then eventually I get tired and I walk away, and the other people or the other person or the organization or the company or the boss, whatever, is devastated. And part of that is just because I'm such a positive, happy person. So my rejection is very hard on people. And I'm humbly saying that, but it's definitely true. People take my rejection very personally. And so, but don't put another person in that position. You know, they need to have the freedom to grow, to change, to move on, to do whatever they need to do, because that means you have some type of unhealthy emotional dependence on that person. All right, yes, we love people, yes, this and that, but do not put them in a position to where if they leave you, if they leave your company, if they leave your department, that you're just deflated, confidence just shattered. That truly meant you had no confidence in the beginning or to deal with it in the first place. All right, that person was your confidence, and more than likely they were building you up constantly, and you grew dependent upon that. And now that it's gone, you're insecure, you don't have a clue who you are anymore. All right, and I know I'm nailing some of you right now, but folks, I'm speaking in love right now because I want to see people grow. I want to see relationships last and be enduring, whatever type of relationships it is, whatever type of relationship it is. All right, but this concept of putting somebody, having this expectation, it can be conscious or unconscious, to keep you fixed. Well, nobody in my family growing up ever affirmed me, so now it's everybody's responsibility that I encounter to keep me fixed or to build me up. Get ready to lose people, get ready to get rejected. There's just no other way to say it. And so, folks, I want you to be successful, but please think long and hard about this concept. Am I putting other people in a position to keep me fixed? You know, or if you're on the receiving end, am I spending all of my time trying to keep people fixed? More than likely, you're worn out, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're resentful. I've been there. I know how that is. But you're going to get tired and you're going to walk away. And there's just no other way to say it. But folks, I wanted to bring this issue to light. And I also wanted to share, just again, one person, Joyce Meyer, who's certainly impacted my journey in a positive manner over the years. There's a number of others that I'll certainly share, you know, as we move forward. But folks, confidence in your relationships is key to healthy, balanced, mutually beneficial relationships. And that's something we all want and deserve in life. Thanks so much for your time. Make it a wonderful day.